Hey guys, Jay again. So not quite saber related, but I want to talk to everybody a little bit about nerds and why you should be proud to be a nerd. So it's May 5th today, so we had our Star Wars holiday yesterday of May the 4th, and typically around the various Star Wars hobbies and sci-fi community in general, we have a lot of fun with it, but there's always these folks that come in and kind of blast us for having a good time with our hobby or the things that we have a passion around. And it's not just true with Star Wars; it's kind of true in general. And a lot of people, they want to call you a nerd, or other derogatory things. And first off, being called nerd, not derogatory at all. I call people nerds with the utmost love and respect, because in my mind, nerds are people who have a passion around something. There's a lot of different kinds of nerds. There's nerds like me that I am of the age that I grew up with Star Wars as a kid and other things too, like Thundercats, G.I. Joe, Transformers, all these things that were just a huge part of my childhood that I nerd out on and I geek out on. Star Wars was just incredibly pivotal for me for a number of reasons. I connected with some of the characters due to how I grew up and circumstances around those kind of things. And to be able to express my love within that fandom in the way that I do now, building lightsabers, is just terrific for me. And especially that knowing that I'm able to give back by building lightsabers for other people that send me these wonderful emails, talking about how holding this thing takes them back to their childhood. There's a meaning behind it. There's passion there, and there's music nerds, right? Think back to high school, middle school. How many jocks did you know that used to make fun of the guys that were in band? Meanwhile, you grow up, right? And you go to a bar or a club or something, you see some guy wailing on his trumpet, and every single person who's never played an instrument in their life is at the very least thinking, you know what, shit, I wish I would have learned how to play an instrument. They admire that person. They made fun of them at one point, but now they admire him. And that person probably got called a nerd or made fun of, but now they're the person up on stage. I see. One of the things that really gets me, you see a lot of people doing cosplay, right? And these people will come out of the woodworks to put cosplayers down. And meanwhile, it's perfectly okay for somebody to throw on their favorite quarterback's shirt, paint their face all up, and go to a game, essentially cosplaying, and getting a high five. Meanwhile, somebody who wants to dress up like a Klingon or a Jedi or transform, whatever, goes and wants to go to a convention, or God forbid does any kind of actual, charity trooping like the 501st and Rebel Legion does. Those same people that are, sitting there shoving their faces, full of hot dogs at a ball game, are making fun of those people. And it irks me. And I just want to tell everybody that be proud of who you are, and when people are putting you down, don't let it get to you. Don't let people calling you a nerd or making fun of you doing cosplay, or you building lightsabers, or maybe you like models or playing Dungeons and Dragons or video games, whatever it is that you love and you have passion around. Embrace it and do it. And for all the haters out there, especially those people that sometimes, this usually happens to women, but some of we'll say the bigger, beautiful women out there that do cosplay, how many times have you seen somebody hop in on one of their feeds or something and being like, you shouldn't wear that? Yeah, meanwhile, fat guy is sitting up there in the football stands with his jersey on, and he's getting high fives. It's just stupid to me. Don't ever knock somebody because they are doing something that they love and they have a passion around, no matter what it is. And yes, those people are nerds, and they should be proud to be nerds. So if anybody has a problem with the nerddom, bring it, because nerds will assemble.